sometimes a woman has to get brave and approach the guy sometimes. That's not me. Welcome to the Real and Relatable podcast, where no topic is off limits. We're the girlfriends that keep it real and give you different perspectives, because we know one way isn't always the right way.
Hey guys, welcome to the Real and Relatable podcast. This is Elsie.
My name is Cash.
I'm Ma.
And in today's episode, we're going to talk about online dating apps. So recently, there's been reports everywhere, all over the news about online dating app fatigue. So I wanted to know how you guys are feeling about dating and dating online, that is.
I mean, I would agree with those statistics. I'm
You're feeling
tired.
it?
I'm tired of dating apps. Yeah, I hear so many women and maybe even men who are just tired. They're like, you know what? I deleted my account. I'm never going to go back on. We're just going to figure this out organically somehow.
I would agree. I think I've never been a fan of online dating or dating apps. I think the pandemic made it a little bit more normal.
Yeah.
Because I remember at one point I was a little bit ashamed and embarrassed to be on the apps because I was afraid. Maybe it's because it was before I moved to LA, but the cities were smaller where I was living in, and I was afraid my coworkers might see me or my friends might see me. So, but now that we're in LA, it's not a problem. But I do feel like
so normal.
The pandemic made it normal because everyone was supposed to isolate and stay home.
Yeah.
So it kind of became normalized a bit more so, in my opinion. But I don't like it because I feel like it's very surface level. It's very exhausting. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like when you're cruising through the apps, you're using a different part of your brain where you're really just looking at stats. And because you're just really looking at stats, you're not able to really know someone and give someone a real chance. Where like if you bumped into somebody at the neighborhood store or coffee shop, you might spark up a conversation, and even if they might not be your ideal stat or look wise, you might find that like, wow, I really like talking to this person.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was thinking about that too, or we kind of talked about it, what would be the alternative, and the alternative is meeting people organically. And back in the days when we were younger, it would be the bar and the club and, that kind of stuff. But that also doesn't work. That, it can be disappointing too. So I don't know what's better.
I think the best way to meet people is through your friends. Because your friends have already pretty much vouched for them, because they wouldn't introduce you to somebody who's like a narcissist or like a bad person. But I think online dating, the very first time I tried it was during the pandemic. I think it was different then though, because during the pandemic, everyone was on dating apps basically. And people took it more seriously at that time because they were looking for that connection, because we were all isolated. So they were truly looking for a connection. Whereas now that we've moved away from dating apps and we're no longer isolated, I feel like it's more like a hookup culture now on these dating apps, whereas before I didn't feel like it was like that in the beginning.
They were looking for meaningful connection in the beginning, and now not so much.
No.
People are also reporting that that's also a part of the burnout, having to kind of weed through the little white lies in the profiles
about their height.
or whatever, or
women
children,
catfishing.
Women catfishing, all kinds of stuff that people don't really tell you up front on the profile.
I think for physical, yes, you can. I think it helps. I think it is, people will swipe away based off of, whatever you have on there. So I can see why people will catfish or lie about their height or, lie about their occupation or things like that.
Whether their occupation.
Yeah, there's people that lie about their occupation. There's, but as far as like having kids or not, if you meet organically, you don't really know that either. Yeah. But the height, the physical, and I guess I can see why both sides are just fed up with it. Like, I don't want to get catfish, and then we don't want to be lied to, because guys lie about their age too, even on apps.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, thankfully, I haven't met anybody that lied about their age, but we have friends who have met guys and they made up this I think it's a lie. Like, oh, I accidentally selected the wrong date.
And now I can't change it.
Yeah, and now I can't change it. Or I used that birthday because I don't want anyone to know my real birthday because I had my identity stolen.
What?
Yeah.
That is okay.
I'm like, I don't even.
That is reaching a little bit.
It sounds like a lie coming out of your mouth already. So
I've never heard of that.
I had a guy like honestly tell me I purposely put my age a little bit lower because I kind of sort of fall out of that age range, and I just want to be given a chance. So be full.
Someone told me that.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty honest.
But that's still dishonest.
Well,
the actress is dishonest. The after the fact explanation of it is honest, but the actress dishonest.
Okay, yes, yes.
Because, like somebody did say to me, "Oh, I put my age a little bit younger because it's the same thing. Yeah. I'm a great guy. I didn't want to get filtered out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be filtered out.
But that's not honest. That's so dishonest.
Yeah. But I'm like, I question why you want to be filtered.
I question your character.
Yeah. Like, how young are you looking to date? Yeah.
I didn't think that way.
Nobody wants to be filtered out. What about the people who don't like the way they look? What are they supposed to do so they don't get filtered out?
That's why they have catfish photos.
Oh my gosh.
It's messed up.
Well, it's just like, our guy friends have said that, they've gone on dates with women who are heavier than what they are in their photos, in their profile photos. Yeah. And I was like, well, it can't be that drastic. Yeah. They're like, no, it's drastic enough for me to notice.
Yeah. So there's a lot of these little things in profiles, right? But what are the main things that are like making you feel just sort of like disenchanted with dating apps then?
I think mine is just overall conversation. It's very, hey, how's your day going? Or I get it. There's a lot of pressure for you to come off witty and say, witty things or be smart or try to capture our attention.
Stand out.
Yeah, I get it. But, sometimes you can't just say hi and be normal. Be a normal human. And that's fine too. But it's more so like as the conversation drags, it feels very... like the responses are very dry, So it's like, if you're not putting in effort and I'm not putting effort, who's putting in effort?
So you're not being entertained by these guys, and it feels draining then to like continue something or build something with something that there's nothing there.
To try to continue a conversation that sounds that's very like, yeah, it's great, Okay, well, great. I'm great too. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then I've also seen you show me conversations where they're trying really hard to get your attention and they're doing extra. And that also irritates you because you're like, oh my God, why are they trying so hard? It's annoying.
No? When have I showed you?
Yesterday, all the emojis, the guy was like saying all this stuff. You're so beautiful. You must get this all the time. I'd love to get to know you. And you were like, oh my God.
That is kind of extra though.
Extra.
No, that's because that's way straight up like trying to bomb you.
Yeah.
Like,
you're being bombed. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're so beautiful. Flower. Like,
that's weird. That's super weird too. Who
I'm like, I really want to get to know you. Heart. Fire emojis. Like, what the?
No.
What is that?
That's like a bot
confetti.
Bot or a scammer. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. You're saying it's too much love bombing.
Yeah. I'm just saying, be normal and have a genuine conversation. Don't cut and paste, and don't try to impress. Don't try to be like, oh, like I want to come off like I'm such a cool guy,
I don't like going back and forth like pen pals. I'm like, look, if we're gonna either get together and meet in person or get on a phone call. If not, then I don't want to go back and forth because I'm gonna lose interest.
Yeah,
I always lose interest.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, if you don't make it happen, if you don't seal the deal, I'm going to ignore you because I don't have time.
Yeah.
There's too many people in the inbox. Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Yeah. So you got to put some extra effort for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else then? What's the main thing that's like, giving you the dating app fatigue?
Just that. People who are not getting any effort, putting in effort to meet in real life, But even if, I don't know.
That's important, though. I agree. I'm the type of person, I cannot make a connection just by texting and by phone call. It has to be in person. And even in person, it takes me a while. You guys know, like 3, 4, 5 dates before I'm like, this person is interesting. I like them, you know? Yeah.
So you tolerate them for the first 2, 3, 4, and maybe 4 or 5. You're like trying to decide, oh, I think I like this person.
Yeah. Because it takes a while for me to like really understand their intention and their personality. I don't have a very strong preference, right? Like I'm not like, oh, I want them to be witty and funny off the bat, you know? For me, I think I like more serious guys. Yeah. And so it's kind of like cutting through and seeing if they're serious, if they're stable, if they are consistent. That's important to me. Like I think the consistency is the most important thing. But I don't have dating app fatigue. I actually do enjoy meeting people because I like being able to meet people in person to see if there's a connection.
You like going?
I know, right? I do. Obviously, I'm looking for a relationship, and I am in a semi-relationship right now. You know, but I.
What is a semi relationship?
We're working on it. We're working on it. You know.
Okay.
The goal is for something long term, of course, you know, so we're working on that. Yeah, filling it out. But yeah, like I enjoy it because it gives me the opportunity to get to know someone deeper, you know, and the main thing that I want to see is the consistency in that person. And yeah. So, but yeah, there are weeks like if I've gone on 2 dates in a week, I'm like tired. So, you know, I'm exhausted. The day and the app and scrolling, yes. The next week or 2, I'm probably going to take it easy and just chill out a little bit, relax a little bit, watch some TV instead of scrolling. Then I'll go back in a couple of weeks. So I give myself a breather like that so I don't get tired. But I also understand it's a numbers game. Like I've counted the days. Like so every 10 to 14 guys, there's like one quality guy. That's like
God,
my
that's way
rate.
too many.
Yeah, that's my rate. That's the rate that I've seen.
I quit.
Yeah, that's a rate that I've seen. I feel like, okay, they're all great guys. Some has worse intentions than others. But I feel like usually around 10, 12, 14 guys is usually like, oh, this is a stand-up guy, like a solid guy.
Yeah, I'm never going to get to that number.
We're trying to get her to go on more dates. We're like, you need to go on 30 days.
Oh my God, that goal was never going to happen.
Well, it really
sounds exhausting.
It is. I think it's exhausting.
Yeah. It is, but like I said, your man is not going to fall out of the sky.
I don't know. I'm just hoping
hoping
to run into him at like Trader Joe's or something.
Okay, but even if you do,
it's really overwhelming, you know, to have this conversation and then to meet them in person also. And majority of the time meeting them in person is just as lame as talking to them on the phone because, you know, and I mean, maybe it's just the people I'm matching with.
No, but I think that's really normal. Like I said, 1 out of like 14 is going to be interesting.
I don't think I'm going to hit that number. But
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Telling you.
Sometimes you can hate the game, but sometimes you got to learn how to play it.
Yep, you got to play it. You're newly single and back on the app, like, you're still in that kind of enjoyment phase then of getting back in there and swiping and meeting people? Or
I was in the enjoyment phase. You're right.
Was?
You're
okay.
Right. I was.
Well, what's happening?
Well, I'm just getting tired.
Yeah.
But
it is tiring.
I have a newfound appreciation for dating apps. I was sharing with Mal because there was a point where I just thought I was really negative, and I just thought, gosh, everybody sucks. Everything sucks. I don't like anybody. You know, I was just talking negative. But one night, I went out and I was observing the restaurant and lounge, and I thought, wow, even if I saw a really interesting, handsome man across the room, I don't even know if I would go and talk to him, because I would probably sit here and just hope and wait that he would approach me. But what kind of world are you really living in where the person you're eyeing just comes over and talks to you like a movie? It doesn't happen like that in real life. And so sometimes the woman has to, you know, get brave and approach the guy sometimes. That's not me. Okay. It never. So it's like 0% for me. But the reason why I have a newfound appreciation for dating apps is because when I had that thought, I thought, gosh, I'm so glad we do have dating apps. Because if I saw somebody from across the room, I might have zero chance to get to know him because I'm way too chicken. But because of dating apps, even though we have to go through filters, it gives me another avenue to meet people that I never otherwise would have had the chance.
I agree.
So therefore, after that realization, I thought I need to be positive about this outlook on dating apps again.
Yeah, I think that's what I like. That's what I like about dating apps too. Like otherwise I would be stuck in my own neighboring bar or
limited
grocery store or whatever. But with the dating apps, I can meet people from all the different areas around, or across the world if I wanted to, So that's one positive thing that I think is app. But yes, that means you just have to sort through a lot more frogs, like you said.
Yeah. One per every 15.
Yep.
That number is way too high. But I think you should do like one every 5.
No, that's not. It isn't.
One.
What? Kiss someone?
No, quality. Hopefully, there's a quality one.
No, a lot of them are quality, but it doesn't mean that you have the connection. And what I mean is that kind of deeper connection. We're like, oh yeah, I could have a relationship with this person, or I would want a relationship with this person, and they also genuinely have that same feelings. Is what I mean by that 1 out of 10 to 15. It's that genuine connection and wanting the same thing.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of great guys or people out there, but you're just not.
I don't know. I heard that statistics that there's like, 35% of the men on dating apps are married.
You told me that. I couldn't believe it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've met any of those people. But
we don't know.
We don't know.
You know what? I think the high percentage of men on dating apps are probably still in a halfy relationship where they're kind of
1 foot in, 1 foot out
situationship with an ex, and they're still trying to figure it out. So they want to keep their options open. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not married, but involved.
Yeah. I can see that too. Yeah.
Have you dealt with someone that you thought might be married?
No, because I no, because if they have kids, I don't even swipe.
Oh yeah.
And they don't mention, and if they don't mention that they have kids, I don't even swipe. So if you don't say that you don't have kids, I just assume you have kids, and I've been proven correct. So,
yeah, no, it makes sense. Like if you're not owning one or the other, then you got something to hide.
Yes.
Yes. Have you guys been on many different dating apps?
I have.
Okay.
Well, I've tried
because I want to talk about the different apps and kind of rate them. How do you guys? Which apps would you recommend?
Oh gosh, so I've only truly been on Hinge and Coffee Meets Bagel.
Okay.
I originally liked Coffee Meets Bagel because how it works is that every day they give you like a bundle of people that are within your criteria or whatever, and you can decide if you want to match with them or not. And then if you don't match with any of them, then the next time you can see another bundle will be the next day. Of course, you can go through like their discovery or whatever, but then you have to use up your bagel points or something like that. It's very exciting. But supposedly
game.
But supposedly the people on Coffee Meets Bagel are people who are, I guess, more career driven, and
that's how they market that.
Yeah. That they're the busy career driven type people, and they're not just random Tinder people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's how they presented Coffee Meets Bagel. It's career driven people on this Coffee Meets.
I never got that.
Yeah.
I never got that feeling about Coffee Meets Bagel.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the professions on there, but
it felt pretty junior to me. In like, I remember hearing it when I was like still like in my early, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, it's been around that long?
I don't know. Yeah.
Really?
I feel like I've known it since I've heard about it since then. So I felt like it was for like like college or like newly entering into the workforce or that kind of?
No, I heard about it from Peter and B's
That's really
fiance
interesting.
because I was on Hinge and he goes, you should try Coffee Meets Bagel because it's more career type people on Coffee Meets Bagel.
I
So
didn't know
so
that.
then I tried it out
I don't
and
think so.
I think I met not in person, but I think I matched like 1 or 2 people on there that seemed okay, but I didn't see it any different than Hinge.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not different
Yeah,
from Hinge
I don't
because
think
people
so.
on Hinge are professionals too.
Yeah.
So I get it. That's the marketing scheme that they're doing.
Yeah.
But Coffee Meets Bagel is really old, and I never liked it because I feel like the people are really old school who are on there, and the design is really old school. Like it's not modern like Hinge. Hinge is more modern.
Yeah.
The design of it, the appearance of it, the aesthetics. Like Coffee Meets Bagel reminds me of HTML. And just really badly done.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it since 2017,
Yeah.
2019.
It's been a while.
Like that's the last time I saw it. So
I
better.
I was on it in 2021 maybe, and I thought it was a new app. I didn't know it was old.
It's
No,
old.
it's old.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah,
around for a
it's
while. Yeah.
I didn't know it was old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a rebranding and redesign or whatnot in the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just that in Hinge. I created an account on East Meets East, but then I
never heard
I
of it.
quickly deleted
But
that.
why? Why?
So East Meets East are I thought was specifically for Asians.
Oh, okay.
But all the people that were trying to match up with me were all Caucasian guys.
Really?
So
Okay.
I went on there specifically just to meet Asian men. But the majority of the people that were swiping on me were Caucasian men.
Can't you filter them out like other apps? Like
Yeah,
the
you
race?
can, but
Okay.
but these are people that are swiping on me.
The list of likes.
Yeah, the people that are liking my profile.
But don't they get filtered out if you're not choosing
No,
that?
no.
You can filter who you want to browse.
Yeah,
She's saying her likes. The
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah. Oh, I
no,
don't
just
know. I don't know
because
enough
you
about it.
filter doesn't mean it filters them out.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't filter them out.
It's not like the app only lets her preference like her.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's too much work.
yeah.
okay.
So I don't know. So
I don't know why I assumed it worked both ways. I don't know.
And so I was on there for like a day, and then I was just like, no. I'm like, it defeats the whole purpose of why I was on this app anyways. So then I deleted that, and then Tinder. I think I tried it for a day, and it was just
So surface level
to
because
me,
there's no
Tinder is
information.
old school. Yes, yeah, and there's just a bunch of pictures, and most of the time their profile or whatever the heck the little intro that they write, it's
nothing.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of the times it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I was on there for like a day, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing
Yeah.
Tinder.
I did Tinder a couple years ago. That's a Kansas boy that love bombed me
Oh,
from that.
oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm not a Tinder person.
Yeah.
I'm only on Hinge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried other apps though?
I've tried Bumble and I really hate it because I just don't get it. Because it's like you're supposed to the woman's supposed to like the guy first, but the thing is like things time out, and then you have to pay for it to reactivate the conversation.
Oh.
I just don't get it.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, what times out? I don't understand the concept.
Yeah, right.
also
Too much for me.
conversation times out.
It's time
Like
out.
if you message somebody and they
have
don't
only so many
respond,
minutes or hours or
Nah.
to
hours? I thought it was like days.
24 hours?
I don't remember.
48 hours. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't quote me. I don't know
Yeah.
it. I don't know it enough to say anything, so don't quote me. But all I'm saying is it was annoying.
It's super weird. I never used it for dating. I used it for business connections and other things like that. But that also timed out. And I was like,
Weird.
why do I need to match with somebody again if I'm just networking with or connecting, with
Oh yeah, because Bumble has a friendship.
a friend,
and-
business, all of those
okay,
things,
fine, okay.
When I first moved out to LA, I was like meeting people that way and going out that way,
Oh.
But I was like, it's just weird. Like, why do I have to like reconnect with
Yeah.
a friend?
It's a time out.
Oh, okay,
That's
that's
just weird.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
I do have a friend who met girlfriends through. She's a girl. And
Yeah.
she had found girlfriends through
Yeah.
that too.
Especially here in LA because people are always moving here,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean that.
But I don't. But I got busy with life.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, and I got busy with life, and I didn't do that anymore. And I don't know why, but it just wasn't an app that I was using for dating. I don't know why.
I did try Facebook dating. It was
Really
so trash.
I've never heard of that.
So trash.
Oh yeah, there is a Facebook dating one because they always recommend.
Why?
It's at the bottom of your if you're on the app, it's at the bottom.
It's not promoted as much as it was like I think 3.5 years ago.
Ooh, really?
4 years ago. But when I turned it on, everything I was like, whoa. I closed it like after a couple days because
Why?
I didn't like the selection.
What was the selection?
Just not good.
So that's okay.
You can't filter. You
You
can't.
can try, but it's just you get anybody and everybody on your neighborhood block.
Oh,
Like anybody and everybody, and it's just like very, I don't know.
okay, yeah.
I just
Because Facebook, everybody's on Facebook.
Everybody's on Facebook.
That's okay. That
And
makes sense. Okay.
They're like, oh, I want to turn this dating thing on, and so, but people who are unhinged might be people who are more
little bit more quality.
closer to you as far as mindset.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I actually went on Hinge because my sister, Nancy, told me to. She was like, you need to get on Hinge. Like, that's a really good dating app and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I will give it to Hinge when the very first time you plug in your number into Hinge, they do give you really good matches. So that's why I always tell people, like, if you're going to get on Hinge for the very first time, max out your matches on it because after that, I swear to God, Hinge is just trying to get you to pay for their premium subscription or whatever it is because the type of people that scroll through your algorithm after that is ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see that at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But we're in very different dating pools.
But you guys have also tried other high profile apps like the League and Luxy.
I have not tried the League. I have heard of it and I've seen it. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, I've tried the League and it's confusing because my friend Christy introduced me to it, and Christy's like, "Well, you gotta wait until you get approved." I'm like, "Well, how do I know if I'm approved?"
Okay.
And then later, I sent her a screenshot. I'm like, "How do I know?" She's like, "Oh, okay, you got approved," but I just feel like it's weird.
Okay, but why is it weird though?
Because I just don't know, like. It's not user friendly to a new person.
Oh, okay. When something is like advertised in such a way like that, I feel like, is it real? I always feel like it's fake.
Yeah.
Right. Like, people actually.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the ads that pop up and the photos that are being used, those are all fake photos, fake models that they put on there. So I just feel like it's just a marketing ploy.
Right.
And I feel like if they're marketing that too much, then it's not real. They actually don't have those kind of quality
That's how
people.
the League feels like.
Yeah. Oh,
well, there's this new one. I think they're based out in New York. I don't know where it is. It's called Jade Club. It keeps pulling up on my TikTok, and it's meant for. I think it's meant for Asia. I think again another Asian app, but I don't know. I think that's a hoax too. But I see all these Asian creators on TikTok promoting it like crazy, and I'm like,
they're getting paid to promote.
And I'm like, I think that's a hoax, but
yeah, not interested.
Yeah, I've never tried, but something just looked too, like marketed and too
affected.
Yeah, like too advertising to about the League. So I've never tried it. Also, I feel like the name is pretentious as well.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, I have tried Luxy, but it's like, and the name is a little bit pretentious too, huh?
Yeah, that is.
But I feel like it's funny. It's like funny and pretentious at the same time.
Why is it?
It's not funny. How's it funny?
It's not funny. Cute. Like Luxy is cute.
Oh,
like Luxy is cute.
Cute for a woman, but do men think it's cute?
No, because Luxy is short for luxurious.
Yes.
Right. So it's it's more pretentious.
It's pretentious and cute. But the League is just like totally blatantly pretentious, I feel like. And also it's so marketing.
The League sounds masculine while Luxy sounds feminine.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is feminine.
I think they're both pretty much up there. Like, you have to be this caliber to be in our league, or you have to be this caliber to be luxurious, or whatever it is.
I have never tried the League, but I've tried Luxy. I almost got kidnapped by the guy, a date from Lexi. That's the guy.
That's Dr.
Oh, you bet him on Lexi?
I think so. I can't remember. I think so.
You're the worst at memory. So
I am
the
the worst. Yes, I'm the worst. She remembers everything I tell her. Lexi, like I've been on a couple of dates, but I feel like it's hard to match because, I mean, they're like higher caliber economically people, and because of that, there's limited number of people in your location. So then you get exposed to people in across the world. And it's just weird. Like, why is somebody in Dubai messaging me? Like, how is this going to work? You know?
Oh, that to me sends me alerts for scammers too.
Yeah.
Somebody in Dubai is messaging me.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean, it wasn't very scammy, but I feel like now it could be. It could be. And also they make the guys pay a lot of money actually.
Oh, for Lexi.
Yeah, you can definitely pay a lot of money to do different things, you know. But
hey, there's a lot of scammers on Hinge too. Okay, I'll tell you guys this right now. If not trying to hate on this ethnic group or not, but it's majority of you guys. So it's typically a Chinese guy who has a filtered photo or has a photo of him and his muscular arms or whatever it is, and his responses to his prompts are like, it'll be like, ask me about, and they'll be like, coconuts and sunsets or something stupid like that.
Oh my God. When I see those profiles, I'm like, what the F? Yeah. This person is either extremely stupid or like, I don't even.
It's
so
and
ridiculous.
Unfortunately, it's majority of them are Chinese. And so the first couple times that I matched with one of these guys, they're like, how I know it's a scam, the first thing they do is ask, do you have a WhatsApp?
Oh
yeah, and so my
for WhatsApp.
Yeah, my immediate response is, hell to the no, I don't. I mean, I do, but I'm gonna say no anyways.
I see those on Instagram, the fake Instagram profile.
Yep. They always come and try to request my page. Yep.
What? They steal real people's photos.
Yeah.
And then they create Instagram accounts, and then they try to get you to get on WhatsApp and try to sell you
Instagram
money.
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah. Well, because I have a private Instagram account. I get so many requests. I swear it's the same guy's photo with different names. Because every time I decline, a new one comes up with a different name, but it's the same guy. It's just a different pose of the same guy. And I was just like, do you not have anything better to do?
That.
So
I don't get any of that.
Okay, so you know how like Instagram sometimes there's the photo, but then one time this guy requested me, and it was this Chinese guy with a bunch of buff photos and, quotes that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. It's always the quotes that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah.
And on the Instagram page, the photo swapped for a second to show an emoji of a character. And it was a African American character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have emojis. Because you know how on your iPhone you can have emojis?
Yeah.
They started doing that with Instagram where they can make emojis.
Yeah.
And the character swung and it was an African American emoji, and then it went back to the photo of the Asian guy, and I was like, what? So I'm like,
oh my God,
the real account owner from Africa somewhere?
You mean like the avatars, the avatars that you create? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the avatar was the African American avatar, and I saw it for a second.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The whole profile was supposed to be a Chinese man.
Yeah.
So there are professional scammers out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Crazy. Okay, the dating app world's crazy. Be careful. Don't get scammed. Don't go on WhatsApp. Yeah. Don't buy crypto. Or whatever anybody is asking for.
Don't send money to people you have never met.
Don't send photos.
Don't send money, period, to any
Don't take money out of your 401k to invest in crypto for them.
Don't send photos.
Because there was a story, this Asian adoptee, I don't know if she's from Canada or somewhere, but her Caucasian dad, she took out, I think, either mortgage, like a home equity loan, or
oh my God,
or something like that.
Yeah.
So she did something where she took funds from the equity to invest in the crypto, and then it left her and her dad homeless. So they were living in this trailer, and she was crying, and she was doing an interview about it, and then her dad was just like, "Don't, it's okay, honey," But she felt horrible.
No guy's ever gonna be able to convince me to send them any kind of money.
So crazy. Yeah. Would you recommend any of these apps for people to try?
I would just recommend Hinge.
No, I don't recommend any. I hate apps.
You still have to kiss frogs.
Yeah.
No matter if it's meeting at the bar, meeting in the grocery store, at work, or in the app. I think that's just life.
I think it's fine if you want to like create an account as like a backup. You know,
Backup?
Like
what?
Like a backup as of another way to meet people.
Oh, okay.
But not as your primary way of meeting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out there, live your life, and then meet people. You know what I always say to people? Like, go and do the things that you love to do, and then you'll meet the people who love doing those same things out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Click like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. See you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.